Hey guys, what's up? Today is Wednesday, so this is your viewer's choice video of the week. I should call it. And don't forget to check below. I'm going to leave a few options for you to vote on for next week as opposed to leaving it open as I talked about in Monday's video. So this one is an Uber's battle because it was the only thing that got 2 votes. Everything else was 1. And I'm battling against SBP33. And he said he hasn't. This is like I think he said his second or so Uber's battle, and I haven't really had Uber's battle because I had to delete them from my save file because I needed room to put in like more PU Pokemon and shit. Like I literally did not have space to keep them. So now I'm actually like going through and making like a bunch of them. They not just the tier list on Smogon, but the metagame list. I'm going through and it has like non-Uber Pokemon that still get Uber usage. I mean, a lot of Steel types and Chansey and Blissey, Jirachi, things like that. So I'm partway through the list. I only got down to Jirachi, which is why I mentioned it mostly. But I decided to just have a battle. I'm like, whatever. I can battle with A through J Pokemon, basically. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to lead with Darkrai. I don't want him to get up Stealth Rock necessarily, so I'm going to go ahead and lead with Darkrai and put him to sleep. He's going to switch out, and I'm going to go for the Dark Pulse. I thought he would go to his Scarfed Palkia to take, while I Nasty Plot, and then I'd have to switch out. So I just went for the Dark Pulse. Anyways, turns out he goes to his Volcarona, which is Scarfed itself. So it's nice that I did just go for that. But he doesn't quite kill me with Fiery Dance instead of using a Fire Blast. And I live and I'm able to take him out. So that's nice. I go to Dialga. And he's going to go to Palkia because, it's his specs Pokemon. And it's also quite a bit faster than most of what I have left. Except for, like, Arceus. Because everything I have left is 90 base speed. So yeah, so that's gonna happen. I'm gonna go for Stealth Rock. I discover he specs obviously because that does like 300 damage, and I'm like, fuck. I could have killed him with a Draco Meteor, maybe. Probably. But Stealth Rock works too. Now I can go to Arceus because he's -4. He's not going to be doing anything with that Draco Meteor. Go for the Sword Stance on the Switch. He's going to go into his Fernape. I'm just going to Extreme Speed him with +2. That's going to do like 150%. So there's no way he's living that. He's going to go into his Groudon. I figure I could Sword Stance, but I can also just flat 2-hit KO him here because this is doing about, I think it was like 45% minimum. And he's already taken 12.5% from Bad Dreams and Stealth Rock combination minus the leftovers, etc. Blah blah blah. So I'm gonna opt for that just to KO him. I don't really need a second Sword Stance to really do much to anything else except Arceus. But again, I just didn't want him waking up and facing me out because that was not be good. But yeah, so I just 2 KO him, like I said. He's going to go to his Mewtwo, and at this point, he's really screwed because he doesn't really have much for Arceus. I mean, I was sort of weary about bringing it in kind of quote unquote early, but you know what? He had -4. His main threat to me was asleep, so why not? At this point, I'm like, okay, he's probably just wearing me down with Life Orb until he can get in with his Arceus, live a hit, and I hit him. But it turns out he's a Grass-type Arceus, which, as you can plainly see, does not show. He looks like a normal-type Arceus. He has Stab Solar Beam, and that Brick Break is also not super effective. That should have done like 90% if he was normal-type. It's not super effective, thus he's not a normal-type. So, little unfortunate, but I wouldn't have vote-coded him with Extreme Speed anyways. So, yeah, I would have gotten hit with that Solar Beam either way. But I end up dying to Life Orb Recoil, so now he's got his Palkia left. I kind of wanted to use my Groudon, but I'm like, here, I guess I could have went into Giratina and gotten him to use the Spatial Rend, assuming he has Spatial Rend. Most Palkia carry Spatial Rend if they have Draco Meteor, just in this situation, essentially. And then I probably could have used my Groudon, but I go to Ho instead, and he ends up taking the Hydro Pump, and I outspeed him, obviously becomes Scarfed, and I just go for the Brave Bird twice and kill him, and I don't get to use my Groudon, so, you can wait to see it for next time. A lot of people, I guess, would be asking me, like, why haven't I done an Ubers match in a long time, other than the fact that, like I said, I deleted them because I wanted more room for other stuff. I guess I just getting kind of lazy. I mean, it is hard to find an Ubers match. I mean, today it didn't take that long, actually. I was kind of surprised, but it's just a tier that's not really played that much. It's actually played less than I would say, like, RU, NU, PU maybe, but Yeah, so it's cool. And also, if you're wondering, um, like I said, it is a different ROM because I needed. This is my black version, not my white version, because this is where I'm going to keep my Ubers and my little cup and maybe some other things. Because my white version has my OU to PU, and there's like 700 something Pokemon, and that's like almost all of the slots. So I figure, yeah, let's do that. So that's why the preview screen is red. I figure I've never changed the color, so I might as well. And I wanted a blue, but there is no blue, so red's probably the second best. I was gonna go with like there's a grayish kind of color, but I'm like, that looks kind of stupid. But yeah. So all rambling aside, I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. Uber's matches are fun. Lots of big, bulky Pokemon with ridiculous stats. And very powerful attacks that don't necessarily do all that much damage because, like I said, everything has 100 in every single defense and HP stat, pretty much. You know. So yeah, down below, more options to vote for next week, and see you guys Friday.